Hey everybody, it is literally 6 o'clock on October 7th, 1 hour to the puck drop of the NHL season. I still have to bring you one more division preview plus the Maple Leafs preview, so I should probably get these filming and posting them on YouTube. So let's get right away with it. The Atlantic Division, the final division in the NHL, we have not featured yet. The Atlantic Division has 8 teams. The Toronto Maple Leafs, the Montreal Canadiens, the Buffalo Sabres, the Boston Bruins, the Ottawa Senators, the Florida Panthers, the Tampa Bay Lightning, and the Detroit Red Wings. I think that was the all 8 teams. I might actually said one twice. Anyway, I'm not going to cover the Leafs. The Leafs are going to be in a separate video, which I will record right after this and then post them, hopefully both up before 7 o'clock. Let's get right into it. Let's start off with the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning have a... I don't want to start with Tampa Bay. No. Let's go with Montreal. Excuse me. The Montreal Canadiens are coming back basically with the same roster they had last year. Zach Kassian is the guy they acquired from the Vancouver Canucks. In return, they gave away Brandon Prust. Zach Kassian was involved in a car accident, I think, last week. He was put in hospital. I think he had like a broken foot or something. I probably, again, should look these stats up before I make videos. He was in hospital. He's out now, but he's actually in rehab, so he won't be with the Montreal Canadiens in the foreseeable future. I wish he has the best of luck in rehab, and I hope he's back on the ice soon. He's a good young player who's hasn't had success in Vancouver or Buffalo. And was he in Buffalo? I don't even remember. I can't even remember. Yes, he was. I think he started with Buffalo, traded for Cody Howson. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, the Montreal Canadiens did get Alexander Semin this offseason, and everybody's saying in the NHL, Mike Babcock, if he actually makes this Leaf team a contender for the playoffs at least, he should win the Jack Adams, because that's just unbelievable for the roster the Leafs have. No. If Michel Therrien can make Alexander Semin a reasonably dependable defensive player, he should win the freaking Jack Adams, because this guy is beyond hard to watch. If you are a Carolina Hurricanes fan or a Washington Capitals fan, this guy is such a bad defensive player. And apparently not a great locker room guy. And I don't know why any team would want him except the Montreal Canadiens team that has everything they need to win a Stanley Cup. They have an elite goalie, an elite defender. They don't score enough goals. And if there's one thing Alexander Semin can do, even though he's not that great of a player, is he has an amazing offensive talent and can score goals. Montreal knows that. Montreal needs that. Montreal's taking a gamble. 1-year contract. He has been good on 1-year contracts. The only 1-year contract he ever had was with the Carolina Hurricanes, and that was maybe the one season where he was actually reasonable to put in the lineup. Past couple years hasn't. Carolina bottom out. Montreal's bringing him in with one more chance. Semin, I hope you fix your career because it's right now. What's now? The Detroit Red Wings. The Detroit Red Wings lost Mike Babcock. Yeah, they did. They lost Mike Babcock to the Toronto Maple Leafs, and now they got to move on with their AHL coach, who I'm forgetting the name of. Damn. Anyway, apparently the new coach, he basically has the same system as Babcock did, so I don't think there's going to be much change in Detroit. I think the biggest challenge will be, can you dwindle the last bit of juice out you have of Zetterberg and Datsyuk? Can you get 2 or 3 more years of those guys? Because they're declining. They slowly are declining. They got to save them. And Dylan Larkin, a 19-year-old. Detroit is the boss in the NHL of developing players, and yet they give Dylan Larkin, a 19-year-old kid, a spot on the team. And it's a great move. This kid is beyond talented. Like, this kid is phenomenal, and he deserved every bit of that roster spot he gets, and I hope he stays with the team, because he is a great young player, and he is the future of the Detroit Red Wings, along with Nyquist and Tatar. And where the hell did the Detroit Red Wings keep finding these guys? Like, holy crap. What do we do? We can do Ottawa. Ottawa didn't do a lot this season at all. They traded Robin Lehner to the Buffalo Sabres on draft day, I believe, for a first-round pick. I think it was like 21st. They got a lot for Lehner. I think they got more than they would have got for Anderson, obviously. And I think Buffalo gave up a little bit too much for Lehner. And Lehner isn't a proven starting goalie. So I think Ottawa won this deal. Good move. And besides that, they have the same roster. They have the Hamburglar. Ottawa was one of the teams I thought the Leafs even had a shot at maybe surpassing back in January when we were still trying to hope for the playoffs. And then all of a sudden Ottawa just rose from nowhere with the Hamburglar, with Curtis Lazar eating hamburgers and everything like that. Ottawa's got a great young team. Continue developing. They're going to win a cup in a couple of years with all these prospects. There's been a jab. Lazar, Turris is young. Ryan's pretty young. Well, Ryan's actually middle-aged, Hamburglar. all these guys. So they're okay. Boston is the joke of the NHL this offseason. Not only did they trade for, what was it? No, that's Zach Sturdy. Was it like some goon they traded for Philly? I'm not even sure the name of it. Zach Sturdy. Damn, I don't know. They traded for a third round pick. Third round picks are valuable. They are. You can get good people in the third round. And they traded for a fourth line grinder who all he does is go out there and fight, and I forget the name. Damn, it's going to bother me. But, I don't know. Lucic, I guess, was a good trade. They needed a cap space to get rid of Lucic, and I think that was a pretty smart move. The dumb move was getting rid of Dougie Hamilton first and 2 seconds. They could have easily got more, and they probably should have kept Dougie Hamilton with Chara and Seidenberg and all these defensemen getting old. I don't know what Boston's new GM's doing. Florida Panthers, they're bringing back Jaromir Jagr. Now, you can talk about Jaromir Jagr's age and the ageless wonder, but I want to talk about one thing. A couple weeks ago, he slept with an attractive, well, that's what I heard. I only saw the picture once. I didn't think she was that attractive. Girl, she slept with her, and she posted a picture, or she took a picture and threatened him and said, if I post, I will post this picture unless you give me X amount of money, I think. And he said, I don't care. And rolled over, and she posted the picture that she took of them in bed, and it turned out that she was the girlfriend of another Czech Republic junior player or something like that. Like, Jokic just doesn't give two shits. He doesn't, and it's so funny because it's Jaromir Jagr. What are you gonna do to the guy, man? What else they got? They got Riley Smith and Mark Savard. That's right, Mark Savard. For Jimmy Hayes. Jimmy Hayes is worse than Riley Smith, I think. I think Riley Smith has more upside. I think this was just a favor by Florida to get Mark Savard off of the Boston Bruins payroll because I don't think they really want to pay. Why Florida wants to pay a guy to not play? I don't know. They're not really the greatest situation of money. But, I mean, they got a pretty good player in Riley Smith. So maybe, take a good player, lose a little money, get a good player for a not as good player. And finally, the Buffalo Sabres, Jack Eichel. I don't have a Jack Eichel plaque like I had to do something in the McDavid one. But Jack Eichel is a damn good player. He would have gone first in about every single draft that the NHL has had since the Sidney Crosby draft. He would have gone first this year, and let's Connor McDavid and say, hey, I'm better. Which he is. But Jack Eichel is going to be a beast. He's going to get 100 points a season probably. He will be a future Hall of Famer if all stays healthy, and he looks like he is at the preseason. Man, you see that goal he scored on Burnley? Breakaway, snipe, top shelf, like effortlessly almost. What else? They're on the draft day. They acquired Ryan O'Reilly and Nikita Zadorov first, and I think Gergensen. Ryan O'Reilly, great second line center. Maybe he might play first this year, but second line center to Eichel one day. 1-2 pair, amazing. They got Robin Lehrer to be the starting goalie. Hopefully he can be a starting goalie. He hasn't proved it yet. And everyone's forgetting they did acquire Evander Kane last season. They never got to use him because he's injured. And last but not least, the Tampa Bay Lightning. The Tampa Bay Lightning did basically nothing to their roster. But they have one problem. Steven Stamkos is a UFA at the end of the season, and they don't know what to do with it because they can't afford to sign him right now. I see this getting really ugly, guys. I see this getting super ugly. The Tampa Bay Lightning do not want to give him more than $10 million. Stamkos can easily get 11, maybe 12 on the market if he hits free agency. But they have so many Kucherov, Palat, Tyler Johnson, all these guys who are probably going to want about $4 to $5 million in a couple years. Hedman's going to get a raise next summer, not this summer, but the following summer, 2017, I think, 2018. They're in a tough position. They don't want to get rid of Stamkos, but they can't give him more than $10 million. And I would probably bet he gets traded at the deadline, and then he walks from that team, and he's going to sign somewhere. Now, I'm not going to be a typical Leafs fan and say Stamkos is coming to Toronto. Would I love to see that? Absolutely. Would I like to see the Leafs pay $13 million for the guy? No. I'm hesitant to say the Leafs want to get Stamkos just because Martin's a center and Nylander's a center. I mean, you don't want Nylander playing third-line minutes, do you? Or Martin. Stamkos will end up somewhere. He's going to end up with big bucks, and if Tampa's not going to be that team, I don't think he's very happy with the coach, and I think he's going to be more than unhesitant to walk from Tampa. I really don't think that he particularly is in love with the team. He knows they're great, but I don't think he likes the coach, and I don't think he liked that Obviously, St. Louis had a reason to leave. Maybe Stamkos does too. But anyway, I'm not going to give my predictions of the standings for the Atlantic Division. I'll do that in my Maple Leafs episode, which will be coming up very shortly after this one. I think I'll be wearing that Leaf jersey, actually. And for that, I will say have a great night. If you don't want to watch my Leaf video because you're not a Leafs fan, that's okay. Except I admit you should watch it. It's probably going to be good. Enjoy the start of the season. Season starts in 15 minutes from my time right now filming this. Enjoy it. Whole new seasons of up and downs and turnarounds and whatever. We already had a 41 game suspension in the preseason. Season's going to be good, right? Hockey's back. All summer we said October. When is it October? Is it October yet? Is it October yet? That's what it was. And yes, it is. I'm Justin with TMO ShannaClan. Like my Facebook page, The Hockey Gods, link below. Email me any questions, requests, or if you just want to talk hockey in the email below, theshannaclan19@gmail.com. Again, like I said, in the description below. Leave your comments, and hockey's back, boys.